How old are you? 24. Yeah, my son is in the back. You should... You got two stepmamas, might as well get two stepdaddies.
Okay, picture this. I'm fresh out of college. I just finished my internship. I moved back in with my parents. I'm working a corporate job, which is not my dream job, I might add. I'm literally at work every day applying for production jobs just to give you an idea of where my mental state was at. I simultaneously separated from my college love and my college best friend, and I did everything society told me to do in order to be successful, and your girl was not successful. I was not getting any callbacks. I was literally stuck progressing into this thing called adulthood that felt very taboo and very new, and nobody warned me about any of it. And I felt lost and I felt confused and I did not know what to do. That is when I realized I was starting what I now consider my quarter crisis. Okay, so let me tell you how that Steve Harvey clip even came into play. I found myself talking to God a lot, asking him to give me specific signs. I'm like, listen, G, I don't want to guess. I don't want to think this is you talking to me. I need to know. Okay, I need to see it. It needs to be clear as day. It needs to be put in my face for me to know that you are talking to me and I am doing the very thing that I'm supposed to be doing, because right now I feel like life is a joke. Okay, hey, I'm praying for direction. I'm praying for guidance. I'm praying for clarity. I'm praying for a blessing. And I'm also praying for my heart to be healed. There was a lot going on at this time. So I go to work one day. I'm at my desk working on a couple cases. One of my coworkers run to my desk and she's like, oh my gosh, girl, you would not believe where I just got tickets to. I'm like, where? She's like, the Steve Harvey Show. Mind you, not gonna lie, I have never in my life watched the Steve Harvey Show. Okay, I obviously know who Steve was, but I never watched the show. She's like, do you want to go? I internally flip the F out because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the sign. Absolutely, I want to go. I'm like, girl, I'll even drive. Now, the Steve Harvey Show was being filmed in Chicago at this time, and mind you, we're in Michigan, so that's like a 3.5, 4 hour drive. We planned the day, we get our cue, we go. I tell the girls how to dress because I'm like, listen, we're gonna be on television. You need to wear these colors. You want to be seen, yada yada yada, right? Give them the whole tea, the whole breakdown. Now, my dream job has always been to work in live production, to be on a live studio set, to live studio direct. Honestly, is like chef's kiss goal, right? This is it, baby. This is my ticket. I'm going to bring my resume. I'm going to bring my demo reel. I'm going to network. I'm going to get business cards, emails. Like, this is my moment to shine, baby. I am ready, okay? I get prepared for this moment. We get to the show. They sit us in the green room. Producer come in the green room and she's like, will anybody like to be on the show? We need volunteers for the Ask Steve segment. Absolutely, I raised my hand. The segment of the show was about step parenting. Now, I come from a blended family, so I know all about being raised with bonus parents and bonus siblings, right? Cool. So the producer's asking us to give them a story of an experience that we've had with a step parent. So I'm like, okay, mind you, I put on my producer hat. I said, okay, what can I tell this lady that's going to help me get selected to actually be on the show? Cool, bet. I make up some random story about how my stepmother stole my father from my mother, and I was so distraught and I didn't know what to do. Like this whole, just a bunch of BS, y'all. I just made it up, right? I got chosen. They said, bet, this is the drama we need. Yes, we need you. Come to the bag, baby. Come to the bag. Fast forward, we're finally in the studio. I walk in the studio, y'all. I promise you, I left my body. I immediately start directing the entire show. I spot every camera. I spot every stage manager, every assistant. Like, I put everybody in their place. But I'm literally having a time in my mind, y'all, directing this entire show, just observing and learning how a live production of an actual television show is ran on TV. The interesting thing is I actually was experiencing a little step parenting rift with my mother and my bonus mom at the time. My bonus mom and I were building a really beautiful relationship that I deeply appreciated and that she deeply appreciated. And my mother did not know how to accept it. And I remember her feeling like a little jealous about the relationship, and feeling like she was kind of still in her spot. And that was really, really hard for me to navigate, because I had to explain to my mother, like, you are one of one, baby. Like, there is none like you, there is none but you, you're irreplaceable, you're my mother. But this is also a woman that's in my life that I love and that I appreciate. And she does not compare to you, but we do have a beautiful, special bond as well. And so I want all of us to be able to, cohabitate and celebrate the fact that this is a positive relationship. So I end up asking Steve, how do you navigate building a relationship with the bonus parent without making your actual parent jealous? So the panel responded with their advice, and then after that, Steve ended up cracking that joke about his son being in the back. And it caught me so far off guard, y'all. I didn't even have any banter to come back. I literally was just laughing. So the show wrapped, and now I'm like, well, hold on. What your son looking like? Let me see real quick. So y'all go to Google. I searched Steve Harvey's sons. 3 young men popped up. One was extremely handsome, but he was married. So I said, can't be talking about him. Another one was around my age, and then another one was quite young. Now we're walking back to the green room to get our things, and everybody's coming up to me like, oh my gosh, girl, you're going to meet his son? Like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, girl, hold on. Shoot, I don't know. Like, everybody relax. Just relax. I never met him, guys. I know that's why, you all clicked on this video. You want the tea. I never met him. We never dated. I think it was just, Steve being Steve, having some cool, fun banter, because he spotted a fine young thing in his audience. I mean, hello. But I just wanted to say the experience overall was about me believing in myself and believing in God and believing in my vision and my goals and my dreams, and being present in that moment. I was very upset with myself when I left, because I actually was so present that I didn't get one business card, I didn't get one email, I didn't exchange contact information with anyone. Out of all of the people that I spoke with that day, I didn't leave with one contact that would help progress my career. And I kind of had to just celebrate the fact that it wasn't a win in that way, but it was a win for me because I allowed myself to be present, and I allowed myself to experience the experience. And that was far more magical than anything. So I guess I just want to say that when you are in your 20s, especially now, you feel this overwhelming amount of energy that you have to have it all figured out. And you need to figure it out now, yesterday, last week, last year. And it's so unrealistic, because you are growing and you are becoming, you are learning, you are stepping into that young woman, that young man, and trying to find your way. And that is what life is all about. And that is okay. That's okay. We have to be okay with finding the beauty in the growth and knowing that you are not alone, and not be afraid to network. I didn't know how. And that's just the honest to God truth. I did not know how to network without feeling like I was asking for a handout. And I now know that that is a very, very, very poor mentality to think of networking in your circle as an handout. I'm so happy that I graduated from that mental state. And I just want to encourage you to continue to go and continue to believe and continue to push forward and put yourself in spaces and in rooms that are important and that matters, especially when it comes to your career choice and the things that you want to achieve and accomplish in life. Reach out to people, follow up with people, follow up, listen, have conversation, listen, follow up a couple days, a week later. Hey, I know you said your son had a soccer game. How was it? I just wanted to let you know it was nice meeting you. I look forward to working with you in the future. Let me know if you need anything. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there because you never know what can come of that. My point to the story is, I asked God for a very specific sign to inform me, to show me that I'm on the right path and that I should not give up on my dream. And it felt like almost instantly he responded with the opportunity to go on this show with a coworker, which is so funny because she's like, I applied for these tickets months ago. I literally forgot that I even applied. But how about, I've never told her that this was my dream. Never. We never talked about my production. I don't even think she knows that I went to school for television. She had no clue. And to randomly just ask me, out of all people, do I want to go on this show? It felt like God was using her to get through me. I will never forget that moment. I just want to say, don't give up on yourself, girl. Thank you for listening. I hope that this has resonated with you in some way and that you can take this information and apply it to your now. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Super duper hype is, hey! Make sure you don't forget it. Don't forget to mention. That was nice. Make sure you don't forget.